Every year, Christians take some time to see where we have drifted into more juvenile, more immature ways. Notice we're not looking for where we may have become more childlike, because children, in their own way, are drawn to being noble. Children are capable of greatness. Children and young adults often have noble desires, not just desires for entertainment. They are attracted to the heroic, the meaningful, to give themselves in service and sacrifice. Think of the stories that once captivated our young imaginations. Lord of the Rings or the Chronicles of Narnia. These were stories of young people hearing and answering the call to greatness, to be noble. But the adult reality is that we often become lazy. Motivation is hard to come by, and so without realizing it, we can drift into juvenile behaviors. What does that mean? Well, one of the signs of this juvenile drift is our temptation to transform everything into bread, into compensation, gratification. We flit from one moment of satisfaction to the next. Or we find ourselves fixated with material things, living for our possessions, for more. We enslave ourselves bowing down to the things of this world. And a third juvenile drift is how often we fall in love with an idea or a hypothesis, a way of seeing or interpreting the world, and we expect everyone, including God, to adopt our singular way of thinking. How often we think that one of our projects will resolve everything, but in the end it turns out only to be our small-minded little idea constructed from our very small perspective. The great stories that once captivated our imagination are built around virtues like courage, unselfishness, the pursuit of a great dream. When we drift into juvenile behavior, these great stories no longer have traction in our life. We live for smallness, not greatness. Recognizing this drift and learning how to check our behavior can reawaken in us a desire to be noble, to dare to be great again. This is what happens to Jesus at the beginning of his serious years. As he wrestled with these same juvenile temptations to turn stones into bread, to have nations and wealth at his disposal, to create his own plan for how to fix the world, he takes 40 days to work this through. We're invited to spend the next few weeks sifting through our dreams, our imaginations, and our appetites to see where we've lost the thread and to begin to answer the call to greatness again.